Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms, coming to you first thing in the morning. Get you a sunrise shot over there in a few minutes. But checking on these calves, these heifers, getting them fed. But I do want to remind you, give the video a thumbs up, take a split second to do that. Thank y'all for subscribing. But yeah, busy day ahead. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty day. I will kind of go back in time about 48 hours ago, show you a quick video to give you an update on the bull situation. And I will be danged, I don't normally film on weekdays when I'm going to work, but I had to document this. There's our missing bull. Praise the Lord, he returns. This is kind of how I figured it would go. He would just show back up at some point. He's in here with a few calves, but we'll get him fed, see if he'll follow us to the bump. So yeah, Monday morning, pull in, there's the bull that's been missing. Now what's maybe a little annoying still is I have not seen him since then. Today's Wednesday. We moved him into this new pasture yesterday. Did not see him. And actually what's maybe even a little more frustrating and concerning, I don't see either bull this morning. We've got every animal here except for the two bulls. So yeah, it's not good whenever you got a bunch of heifers that you're needing to be sure to get bred. So anyway, we gotta put out a bag of mineral and get that taken care of. We'll also show you another little update from Monday, one that wasn't quite as good of an update. Well, I'm gonna do all kinds of filming this morning because now I found a problem. That is all feed. I forgot to put the pin in the door. They opened the door of the feed bin. Oh my God. I'll be lucky if I don't have dead animals. I mean, all you can hope is that they all ate a bunch of it. Oh my goodness, it is always something. Yeah, I wasn't planning on filming on Monday. That was all on the phone, so if the quality was a little worse than these other videos, apologize for that. Contrary to what some people may believe, I don't carry a GoPro with me everywhere, every day. But it's also while we're in the truck, and so the truck's not nearly as capable for bouncing around pasture. But I'm having to haul feed in now because that feed bin's pretty much empty, and the Jeep, even when you're only bringing a few buckets of feed, the Jeep's just not very well equipped for that. So we're gonna bounce around the pasture for just a minute here in the pickup, see if we can see the bull before we have to head back home. Well, the bull update is that we did not see either of the bulls. So yeah, moved them in this pasture yesterday. We know the one bull moved in here with them. Like I said, the other one we did not see yesterday, but left the gate open so he can join them if and when he should choose to do so. But y'all go find your boyfriend, hang out with him, eat some grass, gain some weight. Y'all know the drill. But yeah, we're getting ready for a sunrise shot. It's yeah, it just hasn't quite peeked out over the trees there yet. Excuse me, miss, you gotta get out of the way. Back home, and need to get the mower off the tractor, get the baler hooked up, get everything greased. It's gonna be a while before we can get in the hay field just because we've got a heavy dude like always, and it'll be late morning. What I may actually do before I put the baler on Kubota is go ahead and put the bale fork and then bale spears in there on the back and run. Just move all the hay off the fields that we baled, what, 10 days or so ago. Still hadn't had a chance to do that, or it's, well, we just hadn't had a chance, hadn't had time, or it's been just really wet when we have had time. So get that hay at least moved off the field, won't have time to move it home. Then get the baler hooked up. But it's about 6:15. I'm gonna get inside here and have some breakfast with the wife and kids before we really start hitting it a lick. Well, called an audible. Before we got on the tractor, decided to ride back here and go ahead and check on these cows. Yeah, unlike the other farm, we got both bulls accounted for here. There's one, there's the other one. Very interested in that cow. And now might be a good time to also jump back in time 48 hours to Monday. You had an odd amount of filming on a random Monday, but show you kind of an update from there. Well, I guess so long as I'm filming on a Monday morning, we'll go ahead and pack on that cow that was calving at the end of our last video, or getting ready to calve, and it's our last F1 calf to be born this spring. Don't know that I'll be able to film me tagging it because I'm filming this with my phone. We'll see if we got a bull or a heifer. Looks like a heifer. That would be a bit of a bright spot. F1 heifers are worth a lot more than the bulls. Yes, it is a heifer. Sorry, baby. Calf is like, it's 6:10 a.m. We were back here. Oh gosh, it was 7:45 or so last night, 7:30. So calf is about 10 hours old at the most. And already very active and strong. We like it. So I gotta get to work. But yeah, so that mom and new baby, I believe they are, it's that Hereford cow way over there. We can't get over there from here. We gotta ride all the way around. We're gonna do that. Yeah, I'm certain that is them though. But we're gonna get you a little better look. And there she is, that newest little F1 heifer. See, mom has an enormous bag. And again, a bad right foot. Okay, getting the hay moved off these fields. And I don't know if you can really appreciate, but man, the grass has just jumped back after we got this this first cutting off, which it's been a week and a half since we baled it. It's been 2.5 weeks since we cut it, just because it laid there for a week because it kept getting rained on. Of course, yeah, we've got plenty of moisture, so but yeah, this stuff, it's gonna be ready to cut again here. I don't know, another 3 or 4 weeks, I would say. Maybe before we have a chance to get to it, but I don't think so, because like I said, we get that, what we got cut on Sunday, baled today, obviously. We got just a few acres there at my dad's house that we had really planned on cutting on Sunday and baling today. Get that done here pretty soon. Then we're gonna, we got one other farm. It's one that's not the handiest for us to get to. It's about, I don't know, 7-8 miles away. Yeah, then it'll be, by the time we get all that done, it'll be just about time to start cutting this one again. Okay, got that hay moved off the field. Went ahead and topped off the Kubota with diesel. And they did the same for the 40-30 for the raking. Got the baler all greased up. As you can see behind me, the sun is really bearing down, but it's not even 9:30, so it's gonna be a bit before we can get to raking. But a big day today. See, we're not quite out of net wrap, not even really that close, but we've got our patriotic net wrap over here. It's just been waiting to make its debut this year. We would have used it at first cutting, but after that hay got wet a time or two, it just did not seem like, it just wasn't gonna be premium quality hay. Didn't feel like it would do the new patriotic net wrap justice for its debut. So yeah, ordered that again from agzaga.com a couple of months ago. Incredible price. That's the first thing that kind of surprised me, was the pricing was every bit as good as anywhere else, if not better. 2, you all know, because you've been watching the channel, you use the code HCF10, you get your 10% off. But go ahead and get this partial roll off here, get that on there, and yeah, barring some breakdown, which it's always a threat, we're gonna have that on some bales this afternoon. I feel like can't think of his name, but the dad in A Christmas Story, when he's unboxing, you know, what turns out to be his lamp. This is not fragile though. They did a good job shipping it. Shipping was actually pretty fast too, you know, for what's obviously a pretty bulky item. I had it within just a couple of days when we ordered it. All right, got her loaded in there. 99% sure that's proper. It's only like the, I don't know, third or fourth time I've had to replace a roll on this baler. But we're gonna find out here in a little while, obviously. Gotta pick up a little trash. Still gotta hook the tractor up to it because, yeah, baler can't do much just by itself. Get the tractor hooked up, then we'll start servicing the rake. Then we may still have to wait a little bit. It's only, like I say, it is officially 9:30 now. Made just the first couple of passes with the rake. And yeah, it's gonna be a little green just in spots. But I think we're gonna bale this last, even though we're raking it first. It was just so thick. Well, we'll kind of turn it over. Give it just a few more hours to dry out. But I think it's gonna be a bunch of hay. It's gonna be plenty dry enough by the time we get back out here with the baler. And we'll be good to go. Fingers crossed, no breakdowns. Okay, we're starting to get down kind of the short rows, which is nice, because you may be able to tell, looking at me, our air conditioner, I don't know, for about the last hour, hadn't been doing much, so starting to get a little toasty in here. Yeah, just we like 15 minutes, we'll be done. And yeah, we'll be done. It's gonna take significantly less time to rake it than I've kind of in my head and calculated out based on the cutting. Just an odd shape for him. We'll get the drone up on baling. That's the plan, and kind of appreciate that, and yeah, just get some more action shots. But yeah, we're getting there. I got the pickup let down. Got to do the same with these gathering wheels. You see, I changed shirts because, yeah, I mean, for this awesome occasion, debuting the patriotic bale wrap, you know, I had to go with pull out the red, white, and blue shirt for the special occasion. But yeah, shout out to my cousin Logan. Those of you who watch or watch on YouTube, of course, or listen to the Talk Dirt to Me podcast, you know Logan. Check him out on LH Farms too, if you have not. But he gave me the shirt for my birthday last year. I don't wear it often because, I mean, the shirt is awesome. It's only for special occasions, but yeah, debuting this red, white, and blue net wrap certainly is a special occasion. But let's get to rolling. And we are rolling. Net wrap looks awesome. Hay is good and dry. So I'm gonna get the drone up here in a minute. Where we kind of, well, the drone will help you see that this farm, the field's just all odd shape. We get out some little better, longer, straighter running. We'll have to get the drone up, see if we can do that. It's tricky flying the drone, which you can kind of put it in a few autopilot modes, but I'm still not that skilled at it. While also driving a tractor, which I'm also, you can say, maybe not the most skilled at. So a lot more experience with the tractor than with the drone, though. But yeah, having fun. God bless the USA. I don't want to forget, I always like to get my predictions either before we start or soon after, in the case of today, how many rolls we're going to have. I'm going to bet, if I was setting over under, I'd say 50. 50 is a good round number, of course. I'd probably take the over there. Maybe 55 is a more accurate number, but we'll know here in about 3 hours or so. Okay, don't want to jinx ourselves, but things going very smoothly. As far as the yield, it's turning out about like I would think. We're at 20 rolls. In spots, it is really good, both the quality and the quantity. In other spots, it drops off in both, regards. It gets a little thin. It's just not near as good a forage, but we're rolling right along. It's just now a little after 3 o'clock. I hate to say we're gonna get done, in really good time, because as sure as I say that, something's gonna go wrong. But so far so good. First time ever baling this property, first time cutting it. I have bought the hay off of it before. I think I mentioned that in the last video when we were cutting it. But I'm glad to have it. We're just a couple of miles, I think 3 miles by road from the house. We're actually probably not even a half mile, as the eagle would fly. Got to use the USA reference. From the house, but there's a lake between here and there, so you got to go around the lake, basically. Well, looks like we sheared a bolt, and indeed we did. Lovely. Just super thick here around the edges. Probably just a little wet. And yeah, we'll see if we can dig this out and get a bolt back in here. Get up and going again. Okay, that was relatively easy. We don't have her back together yet, but let's get another shear bolt in here. Luckily, I've got plenty, and then get her going again. A few clouds popping up. I thought I heard a little thunder, like a 15% chance of rain last I saw. Wouldn't that be something to break down? Relatively minor one. Stop us for 15 minutes. End up getting us wet. That would not make for a happy Bobby Lee. Turn what's been a pretty good day into a bad one real quickly. Right. I got leaks down. That's why I got that safety mechanism there to keep the door from closing on you. Alright. Fingers crossed, but we should be just about good to go. There we go. Let's close her up, put her in gear. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're rolling again. Didn't get too nasty. The dust is just so fine. There's just a huge clump right here on the side. And you can see how tall that fescue, and there's a bunch of orchard grass in there. It was right around these edges. And it was just a little green right there too. Again, naturally on the edge. And that was a recipe for a plug baler. This windrow is massive up through here. Make sure we keep her in low gear through here. Yeah. We moved over. This farm is kind of in two different fields. This side of the property, this hay is twice as thick. We make twice as many bales the acres did across the way. I believe we're at 35 bales. I think we'll get to 50. Not as much ground on this side, but the hay's just gonna be a whole lot thicker. There's a whole lot of America out here, baby. Look at that. This whole farm was as thick as it is on this side. Good Lord, it would have been 100 rolls. We're gonna go over the 55. I think this is probably, this will be 54 right here. And we got a few more short rows up in there. We're gonna be bumping 60. Well, we're getting just about ready to wrap it up for this video. American flag net wrap it up. Apologize, could not help myself there. One dad joke per video. I don't even know if that's really a dad joke. But anyway, yes, 62 rolls. A few more than I thought. But I'd rather be a few more than a few less. Go visit agzaga.com. Discount code HCF10. Get your net wrap, get all sorts of other things. It's not just net wrap. I think we're going to be getting some other stuff from them actually here to make some upgrades on some other equipment. Got to be watching for that in future videos. But it's been a good day. It is, it'll be 5:30 by the time we get home. Almost 5:30 now. But yeah, good day. We still got dry weather in the forecast. There's no rain for the next several days. Got some minor repairs to make on the disc mower. Hoping I can get those knocked out on Saturday. May cut hay on Sunday, or Monday being a holiday, Memorial Day. We may cut some on Memorial Day. Just depending on how long it takes us to get those repairs done. Gotta start getting this hay home. It'd be really nice to get it home and in the barn before it ever gets rained on, because it's not just good quantity of hay, it's also pretty good quality of what we're looking for feeding these cows. But I'm rambling on. You know that means we're at the end of the video. But we appreciate y'all watching. Again, I already said visit agzaga.com. Y'all know the discount code. Go to the website at hurricanecreek.farm. Get you a hat. I hadn't sold any hats in a while. Somebody buy a hat. Help me out. Listen to the Talk Dirt to Me podcast. If you're into that sort of thing. Y'all eat beef and God bless. I guess I should tell you, we're having sirloins tonight. We're making beef fajitas, those sirloins. So there's your, I don't have a recipe for you, there's your dinner idea. Eat beef.